Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. General Hospital Thursday, May 30 spoilers. Dex fires back at Sonny. Maxie's invitation rejected. Molly's erupts. General Hospital, YHO spoilers for Thursday, May 30 reveal that Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, will wonder what makes Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, so certain that he's got what it takes to be a good congressman. But Willow will rattle off more compliments and insists she has total faith in him. Once Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, gets updates on Drew's potential political run, he'll share his true feelings as well. Michael may back Willow and contend that Drew should go for it. Over with Blaze aka Allison Rogers, Jacqueline Grace Lopez. She'll feel like she owes someone an apology while she's out for a run. Blaze may encounter Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, and suggest she's sorry for any earlier tension over her mom's wedding attendance. Next, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos, will voice her frustration and ask what she's supposed to do, so she may seek some advice from Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn. If Molly finds out Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mancy, witness Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bennard, attack on Dex Heller, even Hofer, it could leave her thinking T.J. Ashford, Taj Bello, was right about keeping pregnant Christina away from him. Molly may also worry about having to prosecute Sonny if Dex presses charges, so she'll feel like she's stuck in a big family mess. The added stress for Christina will certainly leave Molly worried and overwhelmed. As for Christina, she'll speak with Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, about the Dex situation, so Sam will trust that her sister's going to do the right thing, even at a cost to Sonny. Christina will also catch up with Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, so they'll have a significant conversation about Sonny's behavior and the tough decisions that he's forcing Christina to make. Fortunately, Dex has decided not to pursue charges against Sonny after all, but he'll still stay on guard in Thursday's GH episode. When Sonny pops up and approaches him in the park, Dex will quickly offer a warning. If this is an ambush, Dex will insist he won't take it lying down. Sonny will be calmer this time around and might even apologize, but he could also make it clear that Dex would be better off leaving Port Charles. Meanwhile, Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, will respectfully and regretfully decline Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storm's invitation. If Maxie asks Spinelli to move back in, he might think it's best to take things slow and keep rebuilding their relationship first. General Hospital spoilers say Spinelli will be committed to doing things right with Maxie and creating a love story that's meant to last, so we'll bring you more predictions on their future and any major romantic news. The sun rose over Port Charles, casting long shadows across the pristine corridors of General Hospital. It was a Thursday like any other, yet the air was thick with unspoken tensions and dramatic revelations that were bound to unfold. In the bustling cafeteria, Dex Heller sat brooding over a cup of lukewarm coffee. His thoughts churned with the intensity of a stormy sea. Sonny Corinthos had pushed him too far this time. Dex's hands trembled slightly as he recalled their heated exchange the previous night. Sonny had made it clear there was no room for error in his organization, and Dex's recent slip-ups were not going to be tolerated. Sonny's got another thing coming if he thinks he can scare me off that easily, Dex muttered under his breath. He was tired of being treated like a disposable pawn. His resolve hardened. It was time to take a stand, to fire back and show Sonny he wasn't afraid. But how? As Dex's mind raced with possible strategies, his phone buzzed. It was a message from an unknown number. Meet me at Pier 52. Urgent. A friend. Meanwhile, in another part of the hospital, Maxie Jones was excitedly preparing for the nurses' ball. Invitations had been sent out weeks ago, and she had meticulously followed up with everyone. The event was crucial not just for the hospital, but for the community as a whole. Yet despite her best efforts, she was met with an unexpected disappointment that morning. Maxie approached Molly Lansing Davis with a bright smile and a beautifully crafted invitation in hand. "Molly, I'd love for you and TJ to join us at the nurses' ball. It wouldn't be the same without you." Molly looked up from her paperwork, her expression conflicted. "Maxie, I appreciate the invitation, I really do. But TJ and I have been going through some stuff, and I don't think we're up for a social event right now." Maxie's smile faltered. "Oh, I understand. But maybe it could be a nice distraction. A chance to dress up and enjoy a night out." Molly shook her head, her frustration barely contained. "Maxie, it's just not a good time. I'm sorry." Maxie nodded, trying to hide her disappointment. "Of course, if you change your mind, you know where to find me." As she walked away, the weight of the rejection hung heavily on her shoulders. She had wanted this event to bring everyone together, but it seemed like the cracks in their lives were only deepening. As the morning progressed, the tension in the hospital seemed to intensify. Molly found herself growing increasingly agitated. She had tried to keep it together, but the stress of her personal life was beginning to spill over into her work. Her relationship with TJ had hit a rough patch, and the pressure was mounting. Molly stormed into the break room, her face flushed with anger. She slammed her bag onto the table, startling Elizabeth Weber, who was sipping her tea. "Molly, are you okay?" Elizabeth asked, concern etched on her face. "No, I'm not okay," Molly snapped, her voice trembling with emotion. "Everything is falling apart. TJ and I are barely speaking, and now I'm failing at work too. I just don't know what to do anymore." Elizabeth stood up and gently placed a hand on Molly's shoulder. "Hey, take a deep breath. It's going to be all right. Sometimes we just need to take a step back and reevaluate things." Molly sighed, tears welling up in her eyes. "I don't even know where to start." "Start by talking to TJ. Communication is key," Elizabeth advised, "and maybe consider taking a short break from work to clear your mind. You can't pour from an empty cup." Molly nodded, wiping away her tears. "You're right. I feel so lost." Elizabeth offered a reassuring smile. "You'll find your way. Just take it one step at a time." Elsewhere, in a dimly lit alley near Pier 52, Dex stood with his hands in his pockets, his gaze fixed on the water. He was waiting for the mysterious contact who had summoned him. The sound of footsteps echoed off the walls, and Dex turned to see a figure emerging from the shadows. It was Brick, one of Sonny's trusted associates. "Dex, we need to talk," Brick said, his tone serious. Dex's eyes narrowed. "What's this about, Brick?" "Sonny's worried about your loyalty," Brick began. "He thinks you might be a liability." Dex clenched his fists. "I'm not a liability. I've always been loyal. But I won't be treated like a dog, Brick. I deserve respect." Brick nodded. "I get it, Dex. But you need to understand Sonny's perspective. He's dealing with a lot right now, and he can't afford any loose ends." Dex took a deep breath, his anger simmering just beneath the surface. "I won't be a loose end, Brick. But Sonny needs to know that I won't be pushed around." "I'll relay the message," Brick said. "But be careful, Dex. You're treading on thin ice." As Brick walked away, Dex's mind raced. He knew he had to be strategic if he wanted to survive in Sonny's world. He couldn't afford to make any more mistakes.